You want to be the best. That's why you play this game. I mean, that's why you come to Florida State, because you was recruited as one of the best players in the country, and they expect for you to play that way. And I wouldn't even point the fingers at myself, because it must be team success in order for an individual to have that. So I think guys like Telvin Smith, Jameis, the whole offense, the whole defense just doing their job, creating opportunities for me to make plays and be able to be on those kind of lists and be nominated for awards.
It's cool though. I mean, you're a consensus All-American, so now you're going to be, I guess you're going to have a display in the locker room, your poster or whatever. Is that kind of cool that it'll be there forever?
You know,
Consensus All-American?
The coolest thing about it is that I get to be across from Terrell Buckley and Deion Sanders. I think that's the most coolest out of everything. I mean, it's great to be there, and you know, hopefully we be able to, you know, finish this season off strong so everyone can be up forever, you know.
What do you guys see into this offense for Auburn? It's been pretty much unstoppable this season, the way they run the football. What do you guys see that makes them so good? How do you defend it? Both of you guys?
Telvin. It's been, I feel like a lack of execution on other people's ends. No, I'm not taking anything from Auburn or anything like that. They have a good running back, a good O-line, a quarterback, and everything like that. Some okay receivers, but it's just, I feel like a lack of execution on others, and that's why we're going hard in practice to make sure we prepare well and dot our I's and cross our T's.
I've been impressed with two things by Auburn's offense. It's consistency and physicality. They are physical football teams, and they do it for 60 minutes. They're consistent with what they do. Like Tevin, to add what Tevin said, you know, it's a team with a bunch of talent, bunch of intelligence, and they wait for guys to make mistakes. And they do what they do well, and they continuously do it for 60 minutes. And something has to bend and break, and they don't. Opponents do. So we have to be consistent with that football team for 60 minutes.
Telvin, how much have you guys improved against the run from that Boston College game to now?
I mean, it shows on the shelf, it shows on the field. You know, the Boston College, I think we came out and gave up a few hundred yards rushing or something like that. You know, each and every game we just went out of stride to say stop the run, stop the run. No matter if we're going against a passing team or not, it's stop the run first, and then, you know, we're going to play the pass and things like that. So, you know, each week we just, you know, been determined to get better, and this week is no different.
Telvin, were you guys happy to have the time off, or were you guys just really anxious to be back out there at practice?
I mean, you know, some of the guys I would say, you know, I was happy for the time off, but I feel like, you know, I like the snowball effect when they start rolling to keep rolling and get bigger and bigger. I don't really like the time off because you lose, you know, not saying you lose too much, but, you know, you just lose that edge of playing and things like that, like a bye week or something. So, you know, some maybe, but not for me.
Lamarcus, what's it like covering your receivers at practice? And how tough will the job be for Auburn's receivers?
We have three guys that can play on Sundays, in my opinion. You know, I can't speak for everyone. But they force you to understand that you can have talent, but you must believe in technique and fundamentals, because those guys are just as good as any DB we have on the football field. And those guys get you better every day. And they're the reason why you come to work, because you know you're going to go against the best every day, and they give you confidence on Saturday.
On the flip side, Lamarcus, you got a guy, Ronald Darby, who teams haven't thrown at a lot this year. What makes him that type of player that teams want to stay away from him in the game?
They watch the film. He'll complete defensive back. You see his size, you see his speed, you see his strength. He have everything that you look for in a cornerback. And then he can play the game, and then he have intelligence. So, like, team watch the film. They see how productive this guy can be. He's a threat.
Tommy, you talked about, you know, dotting the I's and crossing the T's, and Auburn has won 2 games in rather, I guess, spectacular fashion by people who didn't necessarily dot those I's and cross the T's at the very end of the game. Is that, having seen those plays and the way those games ended, is that sort of a good reminder for you guys about, you know, that nothing's necessarily in hand with this team until the clock says 0?
It definitely is. You know, we're going to have to go out, like Lamarcus said. They're going to come out and play 60 minutes, no matter if they're up, down. You know, it's a tie game. They're just going to come out and play hard. So, of course, every snap we got to be ready to play, you know, whether it's a trick play, whether it's a straight run at us coming, you know, we just got to go out and play. And to the last minute, till the clock says 0-0-0, you know, and, of course, we got to be up.
And when you've got, for a bowl preparation, you've got the extra time to really prepare for a team, does it allow you to kind of work on some of those things that maybe during a normal week you wouldn't work on leading up to a game, but you've seen some things with them, with different things that they do, and it allows you a little more time to work on those things that maybe wouldn't be a usual part of your routine?
It definitely does. This bowl week also, it just helps us get back to the fundamentals. And then this game is going to be big fundamental tackles. You see in the last few games, the running back, Trey Mason, he's been able to get off a few defenders off the first one that comes and hit him. So, that's going to be big for us, to make sure we get to him, wrap up, make the tackle, make a good tackle, a solid tackle, and, have the team rally around.
Telvin, what do you like most about Pruitt's scheme?
What do I like most about Pruitt's scheme? The dynamic features of it that, so many times in so many different situations, each guy can come off and make a play, and you never know. This defense is not designed for, me to make plays or Joyner to make plays or Christian to even make plays. It's designed for this defense as a whole to stop the play or whatever may happen. And it just happens, a lot of times it's myself, Joyner, Christian. There's a lot of guys making a lot of plays out there, and that's what I love about this defense. We running around, flying around, making hits.
Telvin, do you remember when Lamarcus and Christian told you guys that they were coming back, and did that give you excitement about what this year could be?
It definitely did. I obviously knew I was coming back, to get this year under my belt. So it let me know that, okay, I got some people backing me with the same mindset that I have. They came in with me, and we said something when we first stepped on campus. We're not leaving unless we're the best, and that's what we've been playing for all 4 years. So when they said they were coming back, I knew we were on the roll.
Marcus, you have a lot of junior teammates, or at least a few, that have a decision to make at the end of this year. What advice would you give them after the season, after the championship and everything, moving forward?
First things is first. I think we should take care of this championship game that we have, and then after that, then they can think on that. But at the end of the day, this is a great organization. I've been through that. I've been in their shoes before, and I believe in that you shouldn't rush anything in life. I mean, do the best you can and let the chips fall where they may. And if it's in their heart to leave, then good for them, because we have some great junior guys here. But if they come back, you're not losing anything. It's a great program, and we have a great leader in Coach Fisher and the things that people do around here, so it can be a win-win situation for those guys.
Is there a friendly rivalry between the class of 2010 and the class of 2011 for who put more building blocks into this run here? Father says there is.
I mean, for them it may be a rivalry, but for us, we know who solidified the rock, we know we know who came in and came under Coach Fisher, and we told him he didn't have to tell us when he came in. We told him, Coach, we running at it. We came here to be the best, and that's what we came to do. Now those guys, they followed up, tremendously. They did their job. They came in and filled our shoes, and they made our shoes grow a little bit. They pushed us a little bit, but I feel like we definitely came in and solidified it. But I can't take nothing away. They great guys, but no competition.
So you guys have to treat Jameis any different now? He's got that Heisman.
Do we have to treat him any different? Nah. I feel like if anything, that's one thing I love about Jameis. He's not gonna change when other people around him do. The more people get around him, I feel like the more he come to us and embrace us as a team, more so than trying to go out there and be, famous Jameis or anything like that. So if anything, this Heisman Trophy and all the accolades and stuff like that, he's worked hard. He know he done did that, but at the same time, he knows that's what he's supposed to get. He set the bar for himself. So, I feel like at any given time, he just rely on us, not really worried about everything else.
Telvin, what's your first impression of Auburn's offensive line? Have been paving the way for almost like 350 yards a game rushing.
Tough. They're tough physical guys. Like Joyner said, they're going to come out and try and hit you in the mouth. And, I'm an undersized linebacker, so I know they're probably going to try and take advantage of a lot of things like that. So, we're just going to go out and play, stay healthy, get ready, and get ready for a physical game.
How difficult is it with the up-tempo and being disciplined with your eyes and making sure to know where the ball's going with that option game?
Nah, I made a comment when we were playing Tipton and somebody put it out there. I was like, if we going 3 and out, we don't have to worry about the hurry up. So I'm not going to make that mistake. But what I'm going to say is, the tempo, that's a way to beat a lot of defenses or whatever. But, we're just going to practice hard and get ready for a good game, stay conditioned, and keep working day in and day out. And we're going to be ready when we step on the field.
Guys got a couple more?
Lamarcus, what have you seen from their wide receivers, and particularly Sammy Coates is pretty explosive. He leads the country, I think, in yards per reception. Just what have you seen from those guys thus far?
In the secondary, we just don't need any superheroes. We got to do our job and be disciplined. Obviously, the team is a running team, powerhouse, physical running football team, and that can throw with that great receiver, especially the plays that he make. Just watching him on film, he's a big physical guy. I mean, I guess you can say he's an SEC guy. I mean, big and physical, and the guy can make plays. So we just have to, like I say, no superheroes in the defensive secondary. Keep our eyes on him because he is a threat. We must know where he's at all times on the football field.
How do you guys react just to all the SEC talk? They've won 7 straight national titles. They're going for an 8th in the last year of the BCS. Just what's your take on that?
We Florida State. We're not worried about, SEC or none of that. Our opponent has no face, and we're gonna continue. That's been our motto since we started. And we're not trying to match their anything. We're gonna go out and play our game, and not worry about too much about them.